and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're making cake, which is in essence the dream cake. Of course we're going to be veganizing it, and I've got a bit of an issue there because I can't find flax seeds, which is normally what I use as a replacement for eggs. So we'll have to try to figure our way around it, and also I don't have sunflower oil, so I'm using olive oil. So this might be another fail, but we're going to do it anyway, and I'm pretty sure it won't be because it's cake, right? So I think we can do it, and I'm so excited, so let's just get into making it. Okay, so I've already got all of my ingredients out. I'm gonna use about a teaspoon of baking powder, 300 grams of plain flour, 250 grams of sugar, vanilla powder, sorry, speaking a bit of Danish there, vanilla powder. This does come from Denmark, however, you can easily just use vanilla essence, come on, what am I doing, vanilla essence. So yeah, and then over here, this is a bit of a rogue ingredient I feel like. It is apple, what's it called, apple grød, what's that? Apple, I don't know, it's called apple grød. I'll write up on the screen what it's called, I can't think of what it's called in English. But apple grød, so apples, basically mushed apples. And then some oil, only a little bit. This is olive oil because I don't have any sunflower oil, so it is what it is. Oats, milk, because this is so much better than almond because it's to do with the fats and the spoilage of it, and oat milk is just the way to go, always, 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 and it's also better for the planet, so you might as well. And then over here, this is for the topping, which is the coconut topping. So basically, what we're doing is we're making the cake here first in this bowl, and then after that, we are making the topping to put onto the cake, and it is gonna be amazing, and I can't wait. So let's just get on to it. First, we're gonna make the cake, obviously, and we're gonna put all the dry ingredients in the bowl first, and then mix that, and then the wet ingredients. So let's have a little pan of what we're doing. Okay, so we've got a little wooden spoon here, which we're gonna help mix it with, and we're gonna go in with the flour. In she goes, all of it, and then the sugar. And then we're just gonna get a teaspoon, and we're gonna get around 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, like so. And then some vanilla powder, about one heap, you know? Lovely. You can never get enough vanilla. Oh, that smells heavenly. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix that. We're going to go in with a little bit of salt, only like a pinch, just to, it's always good to get the different flavours out, and I feel like salt and sugar always needs to go in everything because it really brings out the flavours and enhances it just to heavenly stage in life, you know. Now we are going to add in the wet ingredients, so we're going to put in our æblegrød, I don't know what it's called, in she goes. Like that, and then we're going to put in our olive oil, which should really be sunflower oil or something that doesn't really taste as strong, but we move, and then we are going to go in with some oat milk. How much oat milk do we need? So I think we're going to need around 200 milliliters. We're just going to estimate, really. So this is already going great. We're going to put in some milk. And I think what we're going to do now is we're just going to stir it. Definitely need a little bit more there. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, I think we're going to go in with a little bit more milk because I don't really know what I'm doing here. Lovely. Oh God, it looks a little bit lumpy, you know. No, it'll be fine. Okay, so that is essentially, that's the mixture. It's a little bit lumpy, yeah, maybe Maybe it is a little bit lumpy, okay? No hate, please. I will get the lumps out. And I'm now trying to look for some egg replacements, which is probably essential. We really need that to coagulate and to form. It's not really coagulation though, is it? It's we need some insoluble fibres. That's what we need. Can't use oats really. I've already used flour. The trumpets sing on. I think we're just gonna have to use a little bit of chia seeds, but chia seeds are a little bit lumpy and I don't want that to ruin the texture. Oh my god, we're in a bit of a sticky one. Okay, let me go figure it out and I'll let you know the update of what I'm gonna do with my vegan egg. What am I gonna do? So basically, I was looking through my mixture and you know how we found like those little lumps, and I realised it was the apple sauce. Apple sauce! That's what it's called! Apple sauce! Wow! So basically the lumps were the apple sauce, not the oil, so that's good news, that's always good news. And I was doing a bit of research on egg replacements, because I don't want to use chia seeds, because they have a seed, that's the whole point. It's not chia seeds, it's a seed, it's going to be a little bit, the texture, you know, we need it to be as smooth as this is. Wow. So I think I'm just going to leave it, to be honest, and because they said that apple sauce could be a replacement, like using different purees, like bananas. So we're just going to leave it at that. And we're going to put this in a little pan now and in the oven at 180 degrees. I've already preheated the oven. I didn't tell you that because I'm cheeky. Didn't tell you it. But the oven is preheated. And I'm going to have to, first of all, I'm going to have to obviously oil this pan or whatever I'm putting it in. So let's go do that. Okay, so here is my tray. This is what she looks like. This is like how big she is. Oh, there it is. I've got big hands though, so this is kind of irrelevant. Basically, I'm going to just pour it in. Shocker, I know. Gonna get it all. I don't know if this is too big of a pan, but listen, I've done it now. Maybe I could use my spatula, that might be a good idea, you know. It's a little bit snapped, but that's okay. Get all of that goodness. What we need to do is give it a little taste test. Quite good. I can taste the oil, I can't lie, only a little bit. Slight hint of oil. But the vanilla powder, phenomenal, love. Phenomenal. So, okay. I'm gonna go put this in the oven now. I've got around 30 minutes, but we'll just see until it's golden. This is what it looks like at the end. So it's not completely full up. Actually, there's quite a lot it could grow. So let's hope it does grow without the egg. Okay, so the next step to do after that, have we all watched that? I used to watch that when I was a kid, I loved that show, is for the coconut filling. So we're just gonna put all of the filling in the pan with Joe and Dad. No, with Liv. So over here. Let's go on with the butter first at the base, because that's gonna have to melt, isn't it? So I've got all my butter in here. Come on, love, come out. I'm going to scrape that, but in a minute. I use this pure butter, lovely stuff. And then we are going to go in with the brown sugar. And then the coconut as well. Oh my god, this is quite a small pan actually, maybe. And then we're going to put that heat on, turn it up, and mix it. Okay, I have actually changed pans, like switched them over because I thought the other one was way too small. So I've got this a little bit bigger one. And now I'm just gonna let all of the butter melt and hopefully it will become like all mixed together in like a form, but a smooth form so that we can easily spread it onto our cake. Oh my god, I am shook. Look how beautiful she is. Can you see? You can't really see, it's not really focused. But maybe if I turn this off. Okay, she's golden, she's brown, she's beautiful. I've done the stick test, like the pokes. Put it in there. She comes out completely dry. Okay, so once it was baked, we've just seen that. I've put the filling on top and now it's gonna go back in the oven, but this time at 220 degrees so it can really crispen up and become one lovely, lovely, lovely cake. Okay, it's out the oven now, and the whole cake looks so good. It looks so good, and then I flipped it over and this is what it looks like because the crumble fell off. But it's still gonna taste really, really good, but it's just a bit upsetting that happened. But that's okay because it still tastes good and it kind of looks good, kind of not. Okay, so I've just sliced some of the cake and she looks quite good, you know. It became a little bit more dense when I put the coconut on because it was obviously, there's quite a lot of fat in there from the butter that I put in, vegan butter. So it's got a little bit, but it's still it's risen quite a lot. I'm quite impressed, to be honest. I'm quite impressed. Even though the filling fell off, I'm not really that bothered. It doesn't look amazing, but it still tastes the same. And it kind of looks the same. I mean, there's a little bit of coconut things on there. So let's give it a little taste test. Woo! This is what I've been waiting for. Oh, a bit of this one. So good. I do feel as if there's a little bit too much like oil, like fatty parts in the actual cake. It's quite buttery, you can taste the butter. But it is really, really good. You've got to mix it though, because this is where the flavour comes from. So we need that necessary. But yeah, all in all, I think that was quite good. And we've got to remember, I didn't put any egg in that. No egg substitute whatsoever. So I think I give it an 8 out of 10. We're going to deduct points because it fell apart. And we're going to deduct the point because it is a little bit buttery. You know, it is going to give us diabetes if we eat too much of it. So, but it still tastes good and, you know. Oh, I've just put my plate away and I just thought I'd give you a quick little notice of if I would have let the cake set in the tin, like cool down in the tin, then I don't think it would have fallen apart. It just because the margarine needed to set a little bit more and also the sugar particles didn't give that time, so that was kind of the reason why it fell apart. But that's okay, as I said, it still tastes good, just looks a little bit more different. And different is not always a bad thing. Maybe in this case it is, maybe it is a little bit of a bad thing, but we'll move. It still tasted good, and that was the base of the issue there. So yeah, just wanted to clarify what happened, so you all don't think this recipe is a flop, because it's not. I promise you, it's not. You just gotta let it rest. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.